Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch a Movie. I am Mike, and we have a Halloween and a tiny bit of, well, it's really a non-scream update. And the Halloween update's great, though. This is fun news. This is awesome. It's very exciting. And IGN came out with this exclusive story that they are making not one, but two. Did I say two fingers? I meant three. They're making, no, not three. They're making two Halloween video games. Now, specifically, these games are both based off of the 1978 film, which is what I'm imagining they're going to end up doing with the TV series. They always seem to try to go back to the original film and try to branch out from there. As far as the TV series and movies goes, I don't know, it's just a guess, but you would think with them doing all these things at once, the video games and what they do with them could be at least a fraction more of a lead into what may be coming with the movies and games. Who knows? But as far as the actual news, they say that both of these games are going to be based off the 1978 horror classic. The details are limited, but they do say that John Carpenter is expected to be heavily involved with this, and he says, as a huge gamer myself, I'm thrilled to help bring Michael Myers back to life in this game, and my hope is to scare you silly, who will be intimately involved with the development. Now, listen, this is nothing against John Carpenter himself. I love the fucker for it, honestly, but it's a tale as old as time that John Carpenter will tell you himself. Hey, buddy, if there's a check in the mail, I'll say anything you want. And we all know that about him. He's not been ashamed of it before. He's like, as long as you give me a check, I don't really give a shit. He literally just this past Halloween series directed an episode of a TV show from his fucking couch. And he is really into games, so maybe that'll get his involvement in it a little bit more. But I mean, it could also just be him going, I like that. I don't like that. Fuck you, Peter. I like that. I don't like that. All right, lunch break. I'm done. I'm going to go watch the Warriors play some basketball games. I don't know why he turned into Chalice there for a second. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't really mean much to me at all, to be honest with you. But that's not meant to poo-poo it. No, Compass Films is involved with it. The Accods are involved with it. They're working hand in hand with them, which is also a great sign. These are the things you want. They don't necessarily mean anything specific for the game, but they are the things you do want to hear. You'd hate to hear that Compass is like, I don't have anything to do with this, and I don't like it, and I moved to strike. Also, I'm not going to wipe anymore. The Accods always care about what's going on with Michael. They never want to see Michael be bastardized or used in the wrong way. Do they always make the correct decisions? No, who would? How's your mother? Good. Tired from fucking my father. But listen, they always try and they always care about the legacy of Michael Myers, so that's good news right there for that. But as far as the game itself goes, it just says that you will be able to relive moments from the film and play as classic characters from one of the most iconic and important horror films of all time. The two games, they don't say what kind of games they're going to be, they don't say anything about that, but being able to relive moments from the film and play as classic characters. And the first thing I think when I hear this news is, God, please, when's it gonna be my time? Please let this be a campaign mode game, a story mode game, a gameplay type of, like a walkthrough type of whatever. Just anything but the Dead by Daylight thing that we've been doing. I love what they did with Friday the 13th, for sure. I think what they did with Texas Chainsaw Massacre is awesome. I love that they're doing that with those games. But with the Dead by Daylight craze and all that, the asymmetrical, I believe it's called, I would love a game that goes back to the old school way of doing games, like when we could actually sit down and play a game with a really good story for a couple hours that maybe has some scares in it. You could throw in some RBG and have characters make certain decisions, but I would love that so much. And my guess is with them doing two games, that means that I hope that means that we're going to get both that kind of game, a campaign style game, and then secondarily also a multiplayer game. Now, it used to be back in the day, you would get the campaign game, and if it was a really cool game, they would also have multiplayer. You were expected to get both into one game, but, you know, they bend you over and they fuck you up the drive-through these days with video games, as we all know, which will definitely be the situation here, I'm sure. But it said to use Unreal Engine 5. I don't know what that means, but I know that there's a lot of games that use it. That RoboCop Rogue City, which was dope as fuck, that used it as well, and that game looks great, so I think that's probably good news right there. But it's going to be made by Boss Games, who did the Evil Dead asymmetrical multiplayer game. Now, I played that game for a little bit. I thought it was really great what they did with it. I think that it showed it had a lot of care into the details and the lore and things of Evil Dead. So I think you're talking about people who definitely care about what they're doing. And just like they went to painstaking details with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game as well. So I think that we're talking about people who you can definitely count on that. That being said, and I love what they're doing with those games. Again, it's not my thing. I can play them for a little bit, appreciate it, and then kind of move on. I never feel the need to have a lot of replay value in those games. For me personally, I know a lot of other people do. But if we're getting both, I think that that's great. And that seems to be the consensus from a lot of stuff I see online. A lot of you guys are saying, God, please don't let it be asymmetrical. My best guess is it's probably going to be a bit of both. But I just, man, I really hope we get that story mode game. That's what I want. And that could be so cool. And if you put in some smart, it's a great breeding ground to try new ideas with the Halloween franchise, some story ideas. Now, it is worth noting in here, the CEO of Boss Team Games said getting to work with iconic characters like Michael Myers and build on John Carpenter's original vision is literally a dream come true. That could mean a lot of things, but it is interesting. It does hint at the fact that it won't just simply be whatever it is, a remake of the exact same things, but maybe there's a possibility that it weaves its own tales out of that and spins off to different stuff. We don't know. It could just be saying build on the legacy of it by adding a video game to the original movie, which is possible. There is no release date for any of this stuff. Obviously, we're probably not going to get anything by this Halloween, but my guess would be how cool would it be to next August, September to have a legit hardcore badass Halloween video game that we can play, listening to that Halloween music, walking through the Myers house in 1978 while it's fall outside and the leaves are falling down and Halloween Horror Month is going on. Holy shit package. We're getting a Halloween video game. No matter what, that's going to be a fun time on the whole and in and around it. So I'm very excited about those things. I'm very excited tonight. I'm going to see Blink-182 in Detroit, so I'm super fucking jacked to the tits about. One thing I'm not jacked to the tits about is this non-Scream news we're going to talk about today. This random account, and the only reason I even bring it up is just in case someone heard it. You deserve to at least understand the details of what's going on with this stuff. This random ass account, okay, with less than 400 followers, which, don't get me wrong, that's awesome. Like, that's not easy to do. I'm just saying, as far as like a legit news source, you have less than 400 followers and your tagline is like the number one place on the internet for movie news. Obviously, obviously this is not someone who plays in complete and total reality. And they post this random ass thing here that's just like, oh, there's this celebrity gossip website that someone sent a random fucking anonymous email to. So anonymous account, anonymous picture of some actress, anonymous everything, getting news from a gossip site that an anonymous person sent an email to him saying this crap right here. They're not even saying it's Melissa Barrera. They're not even saying it's Scream or Spyglass or anything like that. The details just add up. And people just fucking run with it wild across the internet, sharing it. Heavily rumored that Melissa Barrera is in talks to come back for Scream 7, and that's why they delayed the movie. Grow up, Peter Pan. Count Chocula, what the fuck? Could it happen? Sure, it could end up happening. I mean, I might end up getting the fucking golden ticket to the Wonka factory. I've got a golden ticket. Yay! But this is just horseshit, as Deadpool said in Deadpool Wolverine, which just reminds me directly of all these crazy batshit Scream rumors and fake videos that you see. It's an educated wish. And this is a poorly educated wish. Look, they've already written the script for these movies. They've already said it's going to be focused on Sydney. There's not even a sparkler. There's no smoke. There's no nothing for this at all. This is just random horseshit in the ether. And people are so desperate that they're sharing it and they're just lying, acting like it's more legit than it actually is. So, yeah, fuck me with a hot dog. I just cannot believe we're this dumb. Can't believe we're this dumb, or that we have this shitty low of morals. And I'm not speaking of every single specific person who retweeted it, because you know what? You slip up, it happens. You just woke up, you had a bad night, you go, oh shit, I'm gonna retweet this, whatever, without looking at it. But just for this to have that many retweets, and anytime you question them, what's the actual source? No one ever responds. It's a game to get as many retweets as they can, in as short a span as they can, and no one ever remembers that they were wrong about it, or that they lied about it, or that they're just full of shit. And again, not everyone that retweeted it, but there are some faces in the game that you see over and over and over again, and people will believe their shit. Jesus Christ almighty, I don't know what to do with my hands. But going back to the good news, the Halloween stuff's good news. You guys are good news. We love your fucking faces. Stay tuned for the upcoming live stream when we do it. We will definitely be talking about this news there, and we love your fucking faces. And we can talk about it together, along with Jay and all of you. You guys have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn.
God damn you, faggot!
Halloween never ends, suck my fucking dick, and I don't really care what Blumhouse fucking says. Put him in a box or suck a fucking cock. You can say he's dead, but we all know he's not, yeah.